Hello guys, welcome back to the Lumley trading video. Had to kind of make a last minute video on GDC because it is a leading gap today. Really had a massive move up around 1200% as we're recording this. You know, yesterday we were, or on the Friday we were sitting at $2. Now on this Monday we're sitting at $34 at a high of 44. So what are going to be those key levels that we're paying attention to GDC? So as you always know, at least from how I trade, if you're above what our standard deviation channels are, I never look to buy stock because really it is very parabolic and there's a lot of downside on a stock if you're buying it above that level. So to go over these levels, again, we'll be looking at the standard deviation channels. On the left we have a 6 month, on the right we have the 1 year. So what we can see and again, this level is considered extremely overbought. You don't tend to see stocks break above this level, but in this case GDC has broken it and gone miles past it. So on the 6 month, our highest kind of expected level, and again, very overbought level as it already is going to be $12.50. That has been hit, broken. So then we come on to the 1 year to get some even wider levels, and we get about $18.40 and $25. Again, both of these have been destroyed. So what this really tells us is, again, first time we came into these levels, again, we did get that pullback on kind of our final resistance. We did get a pullback to these levels. So again, did provide a good trading opportunity. And like we always say, if we come back, we retest it a second time, more than likely we're going to break. And how do we catch the trend? Waiting for a pullback. So we can see we broke above or pulled back, retested it, obviously broke straight through. We came back to test it as a support. So again, if we're a trend trader, this is where we'd really be looking to buy. But at the same time, again, this is our final deviation. This is extremely overbought. Not something I'm personally ever going to touch because I just think the risk to reward isn't always going to be break. In this case, obviously it did pop, it went crazy, could have made a lot of money, but that doesn't happen every time. A lot of times we'll come back to that level and kind of just crash straight through. So that was a key one, though. We did hold that as a support and again went up to $44 off this level. But what this really does tell us, though, and how I look at stocks, is above this level, again, I'm still never looking to buy it. Above it is very extreme, so really we expect the stock to pull back and start probably not close because you've got about 6 minutes left of the market open, but coming into tomorrow, maybe after hours today, pre-market tomorrow, we should start pulling back, and really we want to see it start trading below that $25 because again that's going to be reasonable. And as we start to come below there, what are going to be those key supports where you can potentially get some trading bounces? We're going to be looking at 1840, we're going to be looking at the 1250 that we already spoke about, and we can even find some new supports on the way down. So we do have 1190. Depending on how volatile this is when we go to the downside, that could be a range, it could not be. Again, if it's moving very volatile, that'll be a range. If we're not so volatile, again, if it's probably happening in the pre or after hours, it might not be as volatile, that might be less liquid, then I might not be looking at those as individual, not as a range, but instead individual levels. And if we break that, we do have final levels taking us down to around 990, 535. We also miss the 735, and then really from there it's kind of just coming into that gap fill location and kind of like the pre-volatile level of around $4. But really all of these levels on the downside, potential for bounces, again going to be having tight risk if I do decide to trade any of these just because of how volatile this stock has been. Again, it's all about controlling risk on a stock like this. There's a lot of money to be made, but also a lot of money to be lost. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the breakdown. If you did, why not drop a like and subscribe? Let me know if you're trading it. Hope to see you next one, and that's it. Peace.